Hi, this is Wes, man. I wanted to talk about doing the three most basic scales on the chromatic harmonica, which are A minor, D minor, and E minor. The A minor is just all natural notes. You don't have to press in the slider to get it. You start on 3 draw, which is the A, then 4 draw to B, and then 5, 6, and 7. You're going to blow draw, blow draw, blow draw. Here's how that would sound. Also, there's a thing you can do, a technique called double tonguing, where you can go tucka 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 or dugga dugga dugga, and then with the harmonic you kind of have to inhale and do something similar, and you can get a lot more staccato runs. But a good basic exercise would just be to start off with da or ta or ka or ga, and just. But the most typical one usually you're going to use is da. So here's it with just das going up the scale and down. And here's with the combination of the two using tucka tucka tucka. So you can get a lot quicker, crazy staccato runs. I do a little bit of it on the flute. And then there's a thing called triple tonguing where you can use different syllables like pa and ba to get patika 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 patika. And you can get all kinds of crazy staccato rhythms with using double tonguing and get different articulations and techniques out of it. But anyway, onto the D minor scale, which is basically you're playing along and you're gonna like starting on draw 5 to get the D, then you'll end up on 7 draw, and you want to press the slider in to get that B flat. Now you don't want to play draw 8 because that's a B, and you want to flatten the B, so you're going from 8 draw to 7 draw with the slider in. So you're kind of changing that note from B, B flat, B, B flat. And here's how that would sound starting on draw 5, the D note. And so yeah, it's just basically just pressing in the slider on the 7 hole when you're doing your draw. Then on to C minor, or I mean E minor. It's you're gonna start on the 6th blow, which is the E note, and then instead of 6 draw, you're gonna do 6 draw with the slider in, which you're gonna get F. So instead of F, you're gonna get F sharp. You're gonna sharpen the F, the draw 6. So. And here's how that would sound, starting on the blow 6 E note. I wanted to note that usually you're going to skip over the 4 and 8 holes on most scales you play, unless you're wanting to use that extra C as for a different maneuver. But yeah, 4 and 8 blows are just extra Cs. And unlike I mentioned on the D minor scale, you're just not going to use 4 and 8 at all, even the draw. Okay, so I wanted to talk about thirds and sixes and jumping up to the chordal tone, the thirds and sixes. I'm going to use the C major scale as an example. And jumping up thirds, you want to. Usually, it's you're just going to go across like 1 blow to 2 blow, one draw to two draw and onwards. But once you get around the B note on draw four, it gets a little bit tricky, and you kind of have to go a little diagonal. But it's very good for your ear to be able to jump up to those notes. It's a standard kind of scale study, etude, counterpuntal study. You usually deal a lot with thirds and sixes if you learn how to do some basic counterpoint type things like Bach, uh, Johann Sebastian Bach, the Baroque composer. Um, but here's how thirds would sound using the yeah, C major scale in a quarter scale fashion. And you can even do it backwards, starting on the third and down to one, like this. Well, it's a really good scale exercise to get you a sensibility of where the thirds are without having to think about it, and make you more flexible during improvisation, and even when, if you're reading a musical notation, or trying to read a scale study, you can you'll already know where it is ahead of time, especially if you study this in several keys, like the A minor, D minor, and E minor scales. Um, and then sixes are a little bit harder, but that makes it that much better for your ear training. So, like the sixth note in the scale from C is A, which is three draw. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want to get up 1, 6, and here's how that would sound. Like I said, it's a little bit more tricky, but it's good practice. You can tell I need a little bit of practice too. Indeed. But thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. If you like the channel, like and subscribe.